Hello, welcome back to another video. As I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video, we're back with another ALPHALETE haul, review, try on, etc. for their Very Terry launch on the 29th of January. So I'm filming this on the 20th of January, so a week on Saturday. I should have this video up by this weekend. If it's not, feel free to absolutely slander me, but I should have it up by this weekend, so then you've got a week to pre-plan, go through the content. I'm gonna put the actual, so the PDF I was put on the screen, I'm gonna put it on my Google Drive, and I will leave a link to that in the description box so you can see it like fully, read all the information, because I don't really want to go through the PDF and read everything on it out to you. You don't need me to read the marketing material sort of thing to you. You can read it yourself. So I will leave that linked below. I will also put the PDF on the screen here with a screen recording like I always do, so you can see everything that's dropping. But yeah, 29th of January at 12 PM CST. I believe they used to do their drops at 10 AM CST, so that was 4 PM UK time, but recently they've been doing them at 12, so I believe that's 6 PM UK time. Before I get into the Very Terry product, all that sort of stuff, I just want to say really quickly, not even really quickly, I actually just want to address the ongoing issues that people are having with ALPHALETE, because I've said this in a pinned comment on, I think, my last ALPHALETE haul. Whilst I am like so far removed from the back end of the business, actual like what goes on in the business, the day-to-day running of it, all that sort of stuff, I'm so far removed from that. However, I am promoting the brand, whether I'm, you know, saying I like a product or I don't, I'm working with them, I'm promoting the brand, and so it is partly my responsibility when people are having issues, because there's plenty of people who have messaged me on Instagram before who have literally just bought product from ALPHALETE, who have never bought from them before, based off my recommendations, and the last thing I want is for people to be having bad experiences. And to be honest, I would be a huge hypocrite if I just like went into this video and didn't address it, because I'm not gonna lie, I am the worst person if a company is not responding to my emails, or like I've had a bad experience with their customer service, I will let people know about it. So I don't want to be a hypocrite, I do want to address it, and I am really genuinely sorry to anyone who has had any issues with ALPHALETE. I know it's been going on for a while, but I promise they are trying to sort things out. And also, I just want to say about their customer service team, I know a few of them personally now. They are doing their absolute best with what they have available to them. It's not their personal fault, so just be mindful of that when you are speaking to the customer service team, because yeah, they are good people. The people at ALPHALETE are good people. They're not poor meaning people, they mean well. But yeah, there's no denying that there are issues with things like customer service that absolutely need to be ironed out, and I just want to say I completely understand if people want to wait to order things until these issues have been sorted out. And yeah, I am genuinely sorry. But yeah, I just didn't want to do this video without addressing that, because I've had so many DMs recently. Every time I do a question box on Instagram, I'm asked about it, and you know, whilst I have spoken about it on Instagram as well, those stories are only there for 24 hours. So that is that. I'm gonna move on to the haul now. In all of these pieces, I have the hoodies in a small, I have the cropped sweatshirts in a small, and everything else is in an extra small, so extra small shorts, extra small joggers, and I also have the cut off crops in a small as well. For reference, I'm 5'6", my bust is 32DD, waist is about 24, glutes are around 39. So yeah, that's my sizing info for this launch. It's Amy from the end of the video, and I forgot to mention this, but I'm just going to plug it dead quick. If you are shopping with ALPHALETE, I do have a support code, which is just Amy. I forget to mention it now because I just assume that everyone that watches my videos knows I work with ALPHALETE and knows my code, but there might be people that don't. So yeah, my support code with ALPHALETE is Amy. If you do ever use it, drop me a message so I can say a big fat thank you, and see what you got, because I always love to see what the girlies are buying. Another just quick note before I get into this video is, one of my most frequently asked questions is, when is Amplify restocking? When are Amplify bits going back up? They posted last night that they are putting things back on, like the UK website. I know that the UK website has been restocking bits in the shorts, so like the pink, the black, the mandarin, the dusty green, the victory blue, charcoal. I think those colours are going back up on the site periodically, so if you are in the market for something from the Amplify range, you know, the shorts, but they have also been putting leggings back up as well. Just keep checking the website every day, because I don't think they'll properly announce that, you know, the website's fully stocked, because they're just putting it up as it comes in. But just to let you know, it might be worth going and having a look at your country's store's website to see if you can get your hands on any Amplify, because I'm always being asked about Amplify restocks. There are for women, you can see the men's, but I don't have any of the men's. So for the men's, they've got hoodies, which are like these. They've got full length like sweaters, cut off long full length, obviously. Men, I mean, to be fair, they could do a men's crop top. 2022, roll with the times. A long cut off sleeve, some shorts, which are like the longer shorts. Dan absolutely lives in the ALPHALETE shorts that I got in, which I think are the essential shorts. So if your boyfriend needs a new pair of shorts, you might want to pick these up. And joggers for the men, and then for the women, hoodies, cropped sweaters, cropped cut off tops, short shorts and joggers, which I have in a few different colours, and I will go through those with you in this video. I'll go through the colours that I have in things very quickly. So I've got the onyx colour, which is like a black kind of shade. I have the moonstone colour. I have the smoky quartz colour in this top, which is like a it reminds me of mocha. I think this would pair really well with mocha. Moonstone again, let me not show you that again. Bloodstone, which is like this rusted coppery kind of shade, and then rose quartz, which looks pink on here, but honestly in person I personally think it's a bit more of like a lilac-y kind of shade. But those are the colours that I have, and as always I'll go through them product by product. I just want to speak a bit about the range first. If I'm looking down at my laptop, it's because I've got the PDF, which go through it at the same time with me, guys. I'm going to leave it in the description box below. The fabric highlights are, they are saying it is a heavy and medium weight terry fabric, French terry fabric blend, ultra soft cold washed fabric, anti-wrinkle, natural 4-way stretch, 100% natural fibre terry. One thing that I want to highlight very quickly is because of the way that these are dyed. Now you can't tell it on this colour. This, by the way, straight off the bat, this is my favourite colour in the entire range. It's the moonstone range, and I don't know if this is meant to have like the acid wash kind of look to it, but it doesn't. It's a very solid colour in the pieces that I have, and all the colours are very consistent across all the pieces. So I've got the hoodie, I've got the crop, I've got the shorts, and I've got the joggers, and they are all the exact same colour. Because of the wash dye process, all that sort of stuff, it does say each garment is going to represent the same colour slightly differently by projecting different shades of the same tone, further adding to the richness and depth of each piece. In non kind of fluffy language, what that means is no two pieces are going to be identical from this launch. Every piece, even within the same colour range, is going to be slightly different, which I will get onto as I go through the products, because I do actually think if you want like a full matching set, like actually like properly matching set, there's certain colours that I would stay away from, because I just think the difference between like the jogger and the hoodie in the same colour in some of the colours I've got just looks a bit odd. Also now just going to insert some clips of all the same pieces that I have in the same colour way to show you any like differences between pieces, so you can see just how much they can vary because of the unique dyeing process. So this is moonstone, and this is why I recommend this colourway so much, because as you can see it's very consistent between the pieces. This is then the rose quartz set that I have, which is also pretty consistent, like it matches pretty well. Like if you look at the cuffs and then the cuffs of the sleeves, this is a pretty well matched set. They're not too like unique. And this is the bloodstone colour, so I've got the cropped sweater, I've got the shorts, and I've got the hoodie. And as you can see, I don't think this is too badly matched, but like the sleeves on the cropped sweatshirt that I have are like significantly lighter than, for example, these are more like greeny yellow, whereas that's a lot lighter, if you can see what I mean. So they're all three pieces that are the same colour, but all slightly different. And this is the onyx shade. That's the smoky quartz top, by the way, but I don't have anything to match it with, so I'm just going to leave that one out. So I've got the onyx hoodie and then the joggers. And as you can see, this out of what I've got, because obviously every single piece is going to be unique. Even like me doing this is very specific to me because each piece is unique. So take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt. I'm basically just doing it to show you how different the pieces can be. But yeah, as you can see, the hoodie is a lot darker and the joggers are a lot lighter. It doesn't look horrendous, but like it's not completely matching, by the way. My mum and dad love this rug, not my personal taste, but to each their own. This is like the biggest difference. Like to me, that's just not, it's not quite matching. But yeah, I hope this helps. So I'll start by going over the hoodies. When I speak about the hoodies, I will speak about the material at the same time, and then the material is consistent across every single piece. So once the material has been spoken about, doesn't need to be spoken about again, and then I'll just go over the details of individual items because they've all got slightly different detailing on them. So these are the women's terry oversized hoodies. I have this in the moonstone colour, which I've currently got on. I've got it in the onyx colour, which is like a washed black kind of colour, and I've got it in the bloodstone colour, which is like a rusty kind of copper. Mine's got quite a bit of like greeny yellow on it. That's what it means by like every single piece is going to be different. So in terms of the hoodie, we'll go from the top down. You have got this little detail here, which is like a little triangle dip, and then it kind of comes flat across like this, so you can see how it looks on me. You've got drawstrings which all match the colour. So on this, the end little caps are that colour. On the black, the end caps are black, and it's just got ALPHALETE branding on. I always love that ALPHALETE put their logo on things like this. It's like an attention to detail that other brands just don't do. I do think attention to detail is something that ALPHALETE do well personally. With this collection, it's very like raw kind of vibes. So there's a lot of like raw hem seam detailing, so it almost kind of looks like it's being worn inside out. So as you can see on my shoulder, I feel like it's easier to see in the lighter colours. It's kind of got this like raw seam detailing. ALPHALETE little black tag logo on the side. On the left hand sleeve we have this bit of branding. Again, I feel like it's easier to see on the moonstone hoodie, but you'll also see it in the try-on clips. The hoodie itself is very, very plain. You have one big pocket at the bottom, hem at the bottom. It's not like a raw hem or anything, it's like a normal cinched kind of elasticated waistband at the bottom. Same with the cuffs on the wrists, and they're a good size. They're not too loose, they're not too tight, they're very comfortable. This is pretty much perfect kind of hoodie size for me. The sleeves are also a really, really good length on me, so they're not, you know, too short. I hate it when hoodie sleeves are too short. They're a really, really good length. This is pretty much the perfect kind of fit for me in a size small. Now, typically I'm an extra small in everything, but I always get my hoodies in a size small, or I would actually go into a medium sometimes in the hoodies. These are definitely more oversized than ALPHALETE's normal women's hoodies, so I would definitely say just go with your normal size for a hoodie. So my normal size for a hoodie would be a small. I wouldn't go up to a medium because I don't need to. I already get an oversized fit with a size small. Hoodies are a good length. Whenever I wear a hoodie, I always kind of roll the elasticated band under. I don't know why, I've just got into the habit of doing that. That's how I prefer to wear my hoodies. But yeah, they're a really, really good length, which you're going to see in the try-on clip. I'm going to go over the material because I feel like this is something that the brief itself actually confuses me with. I agree that these are like, every single piece is pretty heavy. It feels good quality. It feels like it's going to be durable. It's a heavy... They're all very heavy garments. They're not lightweight, they're pretty heavy. However, I have seen things about the words soft and plush mentioned. Now, soft and plush are not words I would personally associate with this range. You guys know I live in joggers, I live in hoodies, I live in tracksuits. Pretty much all I wear day to day. If I'm not in gym wear, I will be in a tracksuit. And I always get my stuff from places like Nikki Studios, who do like the very soft cotton kind of jogger feeling. So when on the inside it's kind of like fluffy. So if you have any of the essential joggers from ALPHALETE or the varsity joggers, the inside being like a fluffy kind of cotton texture, that to me is like soft and plush. These however have a very, very different texture. So if I show you the inside, you can see it's more kind of like, I don't want to say rough because it's not uncomfortable on your skin, it's still soft, it's just not, you know, that cotton kind of feel. If you have had a hoodie from, I recently got a I don't know how you say it, this is definitely not how you say it, but I'm going to say Pangea. I recently got a Pangea hoodie. The inside of this is pretty much the same as that. So if these are not priced like the Pangea hoodies are, then they've done pretty well because they feel the exact same, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe even like slightly thicker, slightly warmer. It's more of kind of like a rough texture on the inside rather than like a soft, cozy cotton. It's more of like a durable tracksuit rather than like a comfort one, which I do think will make it less prone to pilling. I'm going to be honest, I have joggers from places like Nikki Studios that have that very cotton feel. I've had them for about a year now. I wear them every week. They've been washed loads and they've not pilled once. So I don't think it's just inherent to the cotton thing, and this is why they've done this, because it's more durable. So yeah, soft and plush, no, heavyweight, durable, rougher on the inside, not super, super comfortable. But to be honest, if you go into any kind of like higher end store, so for example, I'm trying to think, for example, if you were looking at an off-white hoodie, the inside of those is exactly how this feels. It's not soft, but you can tell it's probably gonna last a little bit longer. So yeah, the material is not like the essentials, it's not like the varsity joggers, it is different. It's less of like a comfy, cozy cotton feel and more of like a woven kind of waffly almost feel. This is the new Very Terry texture on the inside. So I mean, if I go like that, you can like hear it. It's kind of like, it's like towel-y. Oh my god, that's a perfect way of describing it. It's like a towel kind of texture on the inside. That is literally the perfect way of describing it. It's towel-like texture. This is the inside of a performance hoodie. If I scratch that, it's like, it's just soft. It's very, very soft. Very, very, very cottony. Big difference between those. And then this is the inside of the essential joggers compared to it. So this is definitely the softest and thickest, the performance. The essentials are definitely thinner than the performance. Still got that kind of like brushed cotton, but almost like you know, if you have something fluffy and then you put it in the wash and it kind of loses its softness, kind of more like that kind of a feel, but still softer than this, and it's more of a brushed cottony feel than this like towel kind of texture. So those are like the comparisons of those. And then I just want to show you really quick the difference between the heavyweight terry fabric, which is in the joggers, the shorts, the hoodies and the cropped sweatshirts, and then the more lightweight terry fabric, which is the cropped tank tops. So as you can see, it's just like a bit thinner, and I feel like it's not as thickly woven as the heavy terry material. So this is definitely rougher, more like towel texture. This is more like tea towel texture. Yeah, a small for me is good in these hoodies. If you normally size up for a more oversized fit, just go a size down with these if you want them to fit how they're meant to fit, because they already come oversized. In seeing the like product pictures, campaign pictures of this colour, that's what sold me on it, because it looked really good on everyone else. But I would rather have the pieces that the models have rather than this one. I just feel like the models pieces that I've seen are way more like copper, rusty orange, and I feel like my stuff in this colour has just got a bit too much yellowy greeniness going on for my personal liking, which is why I do think if you want to go for something like Moonstone, it's a safer option. I think the lighter colours are slightly safer options, to be honest. Okay, next product I'm going to go through is the Terry oversized crop pullover. Now I've got this in the rose quartz colour, I've got it in the bloodstone colour, and I've got it in the moonstone colour. Anyway, the detailing on these are very, very similar to the detailing on the hoodies, with a few slight differences. So obviously these are cropped, they have no hood, they also don't have this kind of triangle, more like deep V kind of thing. It's more of a higher neckline with these ones. They do, however, have the same detailing on the shoulders, which I really, really do like. ALPHALETE tag on the side, again in black. I don't personally like that it's in black on every single colour. I think on some colours it looks a bit out of place, but that's just my personal opinion on that. You can have a different one, that's fine. The sleeves are cuffed at the end like the hoodies are. They are a shorter cuff though compared to the hoodie, as you can see, but the sleeves are still a really good length on these, which you will see in the try-on clip. Then at the bottom it's like a raw hem, so if you roll it down it is actually hemmed there, but it kind of naturally rolls up on both sides. So you've got a roll there, you've got a roll on the other side, and I think because it's already rolled, it's not going to roll up a ton more because it already is rolled. I've not put these through the washing machine, so I can't say 100% certain, but I think you should be okay and these shouldn't get any shorter. In terms of what you need to wear under these, do not go braless with these if you're going anywhere where you need to be lifting up, because as you're going to see in the try-on clips, when you move your arms around, the bottom does come up, and they're a little bit too short to be going bra free if you're going to be moving around. If you're just lounging around the house, you're fine, but if you need to be moving around, you will expose a tit if you go out without a bra on. So I would personally wear a bra with these. The material, like the thickness of it, everything is the exact same across all the pieces. Also this tag on the bottom left side, so instead of having a tag on the sleeve like you do the hoodie, it's on the bottom left side. I have these in a small. I would personally stick with the small. Yeah, I would say from your normal top size and bra size, go up one size in these, for them to fit like a nice kind of oversized fit but not too big. If you want them to fit less oversized, stick with your normal top size. So next I'm gonna go over the women's terry crop cut off. I have this in smoky quartz and moonstone. These are such a cute little top. I've got these in a size small again, and I would say size small is fine for me. I normally do get an extra small in tops like this, but I wanted to try a small just because sometimes my boobs can make it stick out a bit weird, especially when it's got the cut off shoulder details, and a small definitely fits better with me for these. If you have got a bigger chest, I would definitely recommend going up one size so you don't get the awkward like where it like fits here and then it goes boom and it just looks a bit like you've got a tent on the top of you. But details wise, it's got the same raw hem detailing on the shoulders up here. Triangle is back again, so like on the hoodie, but obviously it's a higher neckline, so the neckline is the same as it is on the cropped sweater version. The hems at the side of these are raw, so cut off, so you can see it's kind of like frayed at the edges. Running wise on these, you have just got this little tag here on the front left, and then on the side on the hem you've got the little ALPHALETE tag again, which is on all the pieces. So yeah, I've got this in the smoky quartz colour. I'm really annoyed that I didn't get more things in this colour, because I got the rose quartz colour thinking, oh, that'll suit me, it'll be like a nice pink. I think I would have been better off getting sets in this smoky quartz colour, or maybe going for one of the blues. Like the celestial blue is looking really good on some people, not gonna lie. So I made a bit of a mistake there, but it's fine because my sister loves kind of like purpley shades, so I'm gonna give the tracksuit that I have in that colour to her. She'll get use out of that. But I do actually really like this smoky quartz colour. Out of all the colours I've got, moonstone and smoky quartz are definitely my favourite colours, and with this being one of the lighter colours, I do think there'll be more consistency between pieces, so you're more likely to get a pretty close to matching set. The only thing I will say is these feel slightly different, so it's still got the same texture on the inside, but these crop cut-offs are definitely softer on the inside than the hoodies and the cropped sweatshirts are, and as the bottoms are as well. These are definitely softer on the inside, almost more like soft cotton kind of feeling, but they've still got that like waffle kind of texture to them. But other than that, there's not much to say on these. The crop length is pretty good on them. Again, you might want to be a little bit careful with not wearing a bra, but you would definitely safer in these not wearing a bra than you are the other ones. And again, the hem is the exact same as it is on the cropped sweatshirts on these. So it is hemmed, but then it's raw cut off at the bottom, so it rolls both sides. I really like these kind of cuts are super flattering. They make your shoulders look really good. Okay, we are nearing the end. So then I am gonna move on to the women's terry relaxed short. Now with the shorts, we are back to the more heavyweight fabric, so it was more lightweight with these tops, and we're back to the same fabric as the hoodies and the crop sweatshirts for the bottoms. So these are the women's terry relaxed fit shorts. I have these in the bloodstone colour and the moonstone colour, but I've currently got the moonstone ones on, so I can't show you, but you will see in the triangle clips. But details wise on these, you've got an elasticated waistband with a drawstring. The tags are the same as they are on the hoodies, so you've got some nice branding going on there. You've got this kind of like raw hem detailing at the bottom of the waistband. I'm not personally a huge fan of this detail just because it looks a bit like frilly. Like, it doesn't look edgy on some of the pieces I have. It just looks like there's a bit of like a frill around the bottom of the waistband, so I'm not entirely sure on that. You then have pockets which are really nice and deep. You can fit your phone in there. I have a Pro Max iPhone, so like one of the bigger ones, and I can fit my phone in there no problem. Tag again, same, front left hand side. ALPHALETE tag on these is on the back on the left bum cheek. They have a seam down the front and a seam down the back. The side of these kind of have this curved detail with like a little cut up, which is very similar to the Identity range cozy lounge short sort of thing, but because of the material of these are definitely more of a, you'd feel comfortable leaving the house in these, and the length on these is a lot better as well. You're less likely to have like the bottom of your bum cheeks hanging out, in my opinion. I've got these in an extra small, and I would say stay true to size. I personally wouldn't go up to a size small in these. I think an extra small is completely fine. You don't really need to size up or down in these. As you're going to see in the try on clips, the length on these is actually pretty good, so it almost kind of, if you have like glutes, like significant like glute muscle or like bunda, it's kind of gonna, the material almost kind of like molds to my bum, and then there's like this much material at the bottom and then it just kind of sticks out. I do think it looks a little bit strange. I don't think I'm gonna get loads of use out of these just because it's not, like, for me personally, ALPHALETE's essential shorts are like the go of their material kind of lounging shorts, not necessarily workout range shorts. And I'm not super keen on this kind of like side detailing. It is meant to be flattering, but I just find it a bit exposing. I'm not super keen on it, and I just think you'll see what I mean in the try and clip. The way that the material sits on the back of these looks a little bit weird on me. I'm not a huge fan. The other thing to note with the bottoms is there's kind of like this square patch here, which you can see on the back, which is where the inside is sewn in on the logo. I personally am not a huge fan of that. I just think it looks a little bit strange. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the shorts. They're definitely better than the Identity shorts, so if you like the style of those but they just weren't very practical and you want something that's a bit more, I can wear it out of the house and feel comfortable in, I definitely recommend trying these out. But for me personally, they're not my cup of tea. I will wear them around the house, but I probably won't wear them out. I would rather wear something like the joggers, which I will go on to in a second. If anyone is wondering about the length on these, they're a 4-inch inseam, so they are a bit longer than some of the shorts that ALPHALETE do, because I know that some of them are like 3 inches or like 3.5 inches. Okay, and moving on to the women's terry oversized joggers. Straight off the bat, I actually love how these fit in an extra small. Now, bit of background on my preference for joggers. I normally love an oversized jogger, but recently I wear my Nikki Studios ones all the time. I think they're in a size small maybe, or maybe an extra small, but they just fit big. But recently sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, do I look a bit like a genie in these joggers? I'm not entirely sure. So I have been thinking recently I want to kind of get some more still relaxed fit but not super oversized joggers, and then I literally got the email from ALPHALETE about the Very Terry launch, so I was like, let's have a look. And these are kind of like the perfect kind of fit if you're someone who wants something that's oversized and relaxed but not super like, whoa, they look like genie pants sort of thing. I personally still like it. I'll still wear on my Nikki Studios joggers, but it's nice to have the option because I do think sometimes something that's just slightly more fitted looks a little bit smarter and you look a little bit more put together. And with you being able to get matching sets in these, which I'll get onto in a second, you can definitely create like a really put together kind of chill tracksuit sort of look. So I have these in the onyx colour, the moonstone colour and the rose quartz colour, which I think I've shown you already, but I just want to show you again. This is definitely more of like a lilac than a pink. Camera battery's flashing, 1 second. The version I've got of it is definitely more kind of like purpley lilac, which is, it really suits my sister. These colours really suit her, but for me they kind of just make me look a bit ill, like I look a bit washed out. So this is definitely more a Catherine colour than an Amy colour, but that's fine. Moonstone, which this is like, I mean I've said it, favourite colour that's dropping. I just think it's the easiest one to get if you want to pair it with literally anything. You can wear this colour with literally any other colour. The other colours, not so much. Even with the onyx colour, I'll get onto it in a second, but depending what yours kind of comes like is kind of going to depend how you can style it and stuff. But the moonstone, like all my pieces are consistent in this colour, so yeah. Anyway, on to the details. So very similar to the shorts, we have the waistband, which is elasticated and ribbed drawstring, this like raw hem frill thing, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it is what it is. ALPHALETE tag is on the left hip on these. Pockets, again, these are nice and deep, you can fit loads in these. And because of the angle of them, I did wear the moonstone ones yesterday, because of the angle of them, like even when I got in my car, my phone was in my jogger pocket, it doesn't like slip out. Really like oddly specific thing to comment on, but I just feel like they've angled these pockets really well. Sometimes jogger pockets, you put something in and every time you sit down it falls out. You don't get that with these, in my opinion. Branding wise, you've got the little tag thing on the left thigh there, and then they come down. I haven't managed to measure the inseam of these yet, and it doesn't say it on here, so I am going to measure the inseam and I will put it in a pinned comment below. And then they have a ribbed bottom. Now I've had so many questions about this ribbed bottom on the ankle, so many questions. It is, in my opinion, the perfect kind of size. Now with ALPHALETE joggers, so with the essential joggers, the cuff at the bottom is way too loose on my ankles. Like even if I roll it, it's super loose. I don't know, I don't really like the essential oversized joggers personally. The varsity joggers are fine, and then some other ALPHALETE joggers, so the less like comfort ones, the more like performance ones, are very tight on my ankles, to the point where I'm left with marks and they're kind of cutting off blood circulation. This is perfect for me. I don't have particularly tiny ankles, I don't have particularly large ankles. I'd say my ankles are pretty slap bang in the middle. If anyone else has a different opinion on that, feel free to let me know. But I do think my ankles are a pretty standard ankle size, and this, in my opinion, is perfect. It's got a lot of stretch to it. Because they're not like super big in the leg, you don't look like, it's not giving genie pant vibes. You don't look like a genie in these because the legs are super balloonish. Now I have these in an extra small, and what I will say is the onyx colour fits significantly bigger on me than the moonstone and the rose quartz colour. Normally in the dyeing process, darker colours are the tighter colours, but this just fits bigger. I do think the onyx colour in the joggers fits a bit bigger than the moonstone colours does. The Moonstone is a bit more tight on my legs. I've definitely got more room in the legs on the Onyx. If I'm going to be honest, I definitely prefer how the Moonstone and the Rose Quartz fit. It's not to the point where you need to size up or size down. Like, I don't personally think I could do a double extra small in these. I think they might look a bit too legging-ish. Just something to know, I did definitely notice that these fit slightly bigger. Then I have just laid the joggers on top of each other to do a bit of a sizing comparison. So I didn't actually realise this, but the Rose Quartz colour does fit the smallest. The waistband is a bit smaller than the Moonstone and the Onyx, like I suspected, because I could tell the difference when I put these on. The Onyx runs biggest, then Moonstone, then the Rose Quartz colour out of the colours I have, but the length on the joggers is pretty consistent. Like, they're all lined up there and they're pretty, there's not too much in it. The Onyx are maybe a tiny bit longer, but not too much in terms of like one of them coming up super short. But there is a bit of a difference in the waistbands. Not a huge issue because it is elasticated with a drawstring, but just something to bear in mind. Material wise, it's the same as the hoodies and the crop sweatshirts. So it's the heavy terry fabric, not super soft, not super like plush, not super cottony vibes, cottony feels. Obviously it is cotton, but it's more of like that waffle kind of rough-ish texture. But I really like the fit of these. Like I was saying, these are kind of like the perfect happy medium between a more fitted jogger, so like ALPHALETE's like premium joggers, super oversized ones. To be honest, none of them are super oversized on me. I would say fit wise, these definitely fit more similar to the varsity joggers, which I personally really like from ALPHALETE, so that kind of makes sense. If you're looking for a comparison point, these definitely fit the most similar to the varsity joggers. They're definitely not as oversized as the essentials, but I definitely prefer these joggers. I would say these are now up there with the varsity joggers as my favourite joggers from ALPHALETE, and if I had to get one colour in these, I would definitely get the Moonstone shade. Also have the patch again on the back. This is in like the product description, so I know that they've done it on purpose, but for me, I just think in some colours it just looks a bit weird. I don't know. I think this whole range is kind of going for like an unfinished, raw kind of look. So maybe that's the point of it, but for me personally, I'm not a huge fan of that little patch on the back. It's less obvious in the lighter colours, which is probably another reason why I prefer those. You are going into this and you're like, look, it might not be the exact same, but it's going to be like a kind of complementary set. That's fine. I just don't want people to buy, you know, a hoodie and joggers, or a crop top and joggers, or a hoodie and shorts, a crop top and shorts, and be like, oh, this is going to look like perfectly matched, because it's not. I just want to make that clear. And obviously I could be one of like the people who's got one of the most light washed Onyx joggers, and everyone else's might be perfectly fine and really like match the hoodie well. Alternatively, some people could have a super light version of the Onyx hoodie with more of the like brownie colours in, and vice versa. You can't guarantee how your item is going to look with this range, which is why I would personally recommend the Moonstone colour, because like it's not washed, like it's a solid colour on me. Or, you know, the Celestial Blue, the Jade Green, those kind of colours. The Rose Quartz is pretty close as well, there's not too many issues with that. But yeah, with the Bloodstone, like for me, like I said before, I would prefer to have the kind of colour that it looks like on the models, like on Caroline, on everyone that's done like the product shoots for it, rather than the colour that I've received, because for me personally that's just a bit too yellowy green washed with the orange. It's not my cup of tea. So that's my full review and thoughts of the Very Terry collection. Yeah, heavyweight, think durable, think probably gonna last you a long time, think warm, don't think cozy, think more textured rather than like a soft cotton plush feel. It's not really a soft cotton plush feel. The outside of it is soft, but it's still not like cotton soft plush kind of feel, if you know what I mean. But yeah, if you're getting anything, pair of joggers and then either a hoodie, or you could get all three, because I actually like all three. Get either a hoodie, a crop sweatshirt, or a crop top. If I had to pick one and I could only get one top I would definitely go with the crop sweatshirt just because I feel like I'm going to wear those the most. And like I said, I'm only just kind of growing on this kind of detail. I'm not 100% sure on it yet. So yeah, if I had to pick two things from this launch, pair of joggers and the cropped sweatshirt. And yeah, if you do shop with my support code, which is just Amy, definitely let me know. Message me on Instagram so I can say thank you, because obviously wouldn't be able to do these videos if I wasn't getting any support. Like I said, do be checking the website for Amplify going back up. They are putting things back on the website periodically as they come in. It's not one big restock or anything like that, so you're just gonna have to keep checking your country store's website to see what's in. But yeah, I know that the shorts are kind of restocking periodically on the UK site, so yeah, check those out. But it's not in every colour, it's in the more recent colours, so like the pink, the green, the blue, the mandarin, black, all that sort of stuff. Have any questions or there's anything that I've not gone over in this video, message me on Instagram, super active on there, Amy Rooks, super active, always doing question boxes, always trying my best to get back to my DMs on there. Obviously this isn't my full-time job, my full-time job is coaching, so do bear with me, but I do try my hardest to get back to people as quick as I can. Or alternatively, you can leave your comments below, let me know what you think of this range, let me know if you're going to be trying to snag any Amplify on restocks. Also let me know what kind of products you would be interested to see ALPHALETE come out with this year, because I'm intrigued. What do people want to see ALPHALETE bring back? What do people want to see ALPHALETE do that's new? What are we not interested anymore? What do we want from them? I'm always intrigued because I want to see if we're on the same kind of page. But yeah, any questions, sizing help, anything, literally anything, just drop me a question. Just drop it in the comments below or message me on Instagram and I will get back to you. PDF document will be linked on my Google Drive in the description box. Go and check that out. Free workout program, which is my current program that I am training, will also be linked in the description box underneath that. Go and check that out. Not beginner friendly, but if you are more, you know, experienced in the gym, let's train together, let's enjoy it. I'm a couple weeks in now, progressed pretty well, it's going pretty well. But yeah, let me know any videos you want to see, any recommendations. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want to and you haven't already, because I feel like I'm really back in the swing of YouTube. Also, Skims haul is coming. I am doing it. Skims haul should be up within the next couple of weeks. I've accumulated a lot more stuff, it's a little bit embarrassing. But yeah, I will go now because my throat's drying up and it's 11:15 and I need to get to Starbucks to charge my car and also do client check-ins from 12. So yeah, have a gorge weekend or whenever I upload this. I hope you're having a really nice day. And yeah, the launch is the 29th of January, 6 PM UK time, 12 PM CST. Any questions before then, let me know and I will respond to every single one of you before the launch. But yes, happy shopping if you're gonna get anything.